Well, hey guys, it's Viejo here, and it is in the morning of one of the last days of December here in 2022. Take a quick look outside there and look at the skies. Yeah, this is 8 o'clock in the morning. We got cloudy skies, we got rain due within the hour, and it should rain all day, which will be good. So yeah, we got some rain inbound here, and it should be starting in just a few minutes actually now. This is the fifth part of the series that I've been doing with the SixShooterTexan 356-98 round nose flat point mold that he sent me. A custom mold, one that's only got 2 or 3 other issues in circulation. Okay, he only made a couple of these. If you recall from the last couple of videos in this series, we made a dummy round and we had to seat the bullet fairly short in order to function in the SIG P238, while the Bursa Firestorm here would take just about anything. And then we worked up a couple of loads that I thought were going to be safe and yet still function in the firearms, and that turned out to be correct. We went to the range just last night, and so I've got range results for you today. We started with a relatively low charge weight for the first step, and I wanted a charge that was going to cycle and not have any pressure issues, and we got that with the first load. It wasn't particularly accurate. Then the next step was 0.2 of a grain above that, and it did a really good job. So and I'm not going to give you those exact loads. This is a mold that only a couple of other people have, and you don't want to be taking load data from an unknown mold and stick it in your own fire. Yeah, that's bad juju. You don't want to do that. So I'm not even going to tell you what they are. I'll say that that's less than 3 grains of 231, which is the powder that we used. But what happened was with the charges we took, I only took 10 rounds of each step, 5 to run through here and 5 to run through the Bursa, just again to test for functionality and safety, look at pressure signs in the brass and so on, and we're going to show you that brass today. The first load was just kind of mediocre as far as accuracy went. We shot these out at 25 feet, and you know, little short barrel boogers. The SIG, I think, is at about 2.7 inch barrel, and the Bursa a little bit longer at 3.5 inch barrel. So they're pretty short barrel firearms, but they did okay. I was actually pretty happy with the second load that we did. Let's take a look at the brass. Just real quickly, I'll show you what happened with that stuff, and then we'll go to the range. I wasn't able to recover all of the brass, you know, typical for me at my shooting venue out there at the gun club, but I got enough back to take us a quick look. So some of this is going to be from each of the 2 firearms, but if we get down here and go across, this was the lighter of the 2 loads, and you can see those primers all look nice. Those are Winchester primers, so they're good and soft. Okay. And then here was the next step up. And they might look a little flatter. That one in particular right there, kind of in the middle, looks a little flatter. But nonetheless, still good primer signs. Let's look at the case mouth. Just a quick visual here. These are the lower charge. Okay. No splits or anything raggedy looking or rough. Okay, at the case mouths on those, good case obturation. And then over here, here's what we had with our next step up, the one that was 0.2 of a grain higher. Okay, again, everything looks good there. Okay, so our pressure signs were good. Everything extracted well, ejected well. So we were happy with that result. It was right where we wanted it to be. There's where we were with the brass. Then again, all good signs there. Happy with that. We're going to go take a look at some range footage here next. And I had a splatter target set up out at about 25 feet. Not real far, but again, we're belly guns, right? So what you'll see on the target, there's 4 spots, one at each corner and one in the center. We shot the corner spots. The left side, left upper, left lower was with the SIG. Okay, right upper, right lower was with the Bursa. So up at the top, that's the lower of the 2 loads. And you'll see here that it was nondescript. It was just, nah, you know, I wasn't real thrilled with the performance there. But let's take a quick look at that. Like that. You saw that then, okay? Just kind of, it was good and safe, you know. Looked at the brass and so forth, and felt safe to go to the next step up. So I left that target in place, and then loaded 5 and shot them through the SIG first, and then 5 more of that second step through the Bursa. So let's go take a look and see what happened there. You'll have to kind of look closely to see what's going on.
That's nice. That's probably 3.5 pounds. Is that not right? Yep.
Yeah. Gave it 3 or 4 different springs. When I brought the target in, we'll bring that target up here closer for you guys here in just a second. I looked at it, it looked like I had only fired 4 rounds. I had to go back and look at my own video to see, did I only fire 4 rounds? And I go, no, you can see, you know, I loaded 5 and shot 5 through this one. But then I kind of blew the target up a little bit from the shooting video, and I go, oh, the first 2 rounds went in the same hole, which was kind of nice to have that happen, right? So it looks like there's only 4 shots there, but you can see that I shot 5. And then this shot pretty well. There's 1 flyer kind of up high and left a little bit. This guy dialed them all in. And that 1 flyer here with the SIG, that was just me. I called that. I knew that was not going to be a good shot. But nonetheless, the other 4 were almost in a 1-hole group. I was happy. You want to try it? Here's the first load with the SIG, second load with the SIG with that 1 flyer, first load with the Bursa, and the second load with the Bursa. That was the best group. Those bottom 2 corner targets were satisfactory to me. They felt good. I I didn't chronograph these. Again, it was all shot offhand, not from a rest, as you saw. No chronograph, but I'm going to guess, you know, based on just the experience, it's probably around 850 for the velocity of those. That would be my guess. At some point, I'll chronograph those, but to be honest with you, that one load, that second load was such a good performer that I don't see a whole lot of reason to go any further with this. That was a good load, and I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to be shooting a lot of these. I think it just became my favorite 380 ACP bullet. I'm going to have to get busy and cast some more of those. But you can bet that we're going to go right to the press here and load up a bunch. So pretty decent range results. I was happy overall with what we did with this series. The load development went all pretty much according to Hoyle. That's kind of a weird comment, huh? How about according to Lyman? According to Viejo or something. Anyway, I'm going to be loading more of that second charge weight. That was really good. For those couple other guys who have that mold, if you want the exact load data, contact me and I'd be happy to share it with you since you have the mold. But other than that, we're gonna lock things up here, and I got some firearms to clean and a couple other indoor duties since it's gonna be raining today. But from the Viejo bench, for now, that's all she wrote.